So guys, as you can see, I've got a very large package here just delivered today, and I'm sure you're wondering what is inside unless I gave it away in the title or the thumbnail. Now, this is a piece of equipment I have been needing desperately over the last year plus, and without further ado, it is a brand new snap-on dual Polartek AC machine. Now, those of you that follow the channel know that I normally cover AC repairs during the summertime. I mean, I'm already covered in mosquitoes and sweating, even though it's 7 o'clock in the afternoon right now. But I have been struggling with my old, trusty, and faithful Snap-on Cool Care Plus AC machine that you guys have seen on the channel for years and years and years. I think it's about 12 or 13 years old now. Last year, it developed an internal leak on the internal canister, and I happened to lose about $400 worth of refrigerant overnight after refilling it with a new tank, and I had to be extremely cautious in using the machine as it was leaking throughout the last AC season. So, as we are getting to the end of the 134 era and the 1234 YF has been out for quite a while, and I'm seeing it more and more on customer vehicles, it was time to be able to tackle both. And that is what this machine will do for me, as it is a dual machine for both the YF 1234 and the R134A. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video, get this thing unboxed, and check it out. So guys, it is great to have equipment. Those of you that watch the farm channel know about my Bobcats, and my MT100 over here with the pallet forks was great for getting this thing off of the delivery truck that had to bring it, because it's a little bulky for the old Snap-on truck. So it was freight drop shipped to me, and it came in a semi that could not get in the driveway of the farm, but we're gonna fix that later on the farm channel. So I had to take that out in the middle of the highway and unload in the middle of the highway. So that was kind of sketchy, but we got it done. Here it is. So let's go ahead and get it unboxed and take a look at it. I'm super excited to get into it. Now, since we're unboxing a Snap-on AC machine, we've got to have Snap-on pliers to get into it, right? I mean, that's only fitting that we stay on brand, right? So we'll get these straps off of here. There's a nice unloading instruction sequence here outlined at the top of the box. We got some staples to undo. We've got those straps to take out. We gotta get this outer cover off. Then it should be on a pallet and have its own little flip out ramp, and should just drive right off of here or roll off of here. Kind of like how toolboxes and roll carts come. Lord knows how many of those I unboxed over the years as a Snap-on dealer. So we'll get this up and get this out of here. This thing's got some anti-tilt warning stickers on it. They're showing green, so I assume that means good. Looks like I pulled it off sideways, of course. But won't be an issue. This is supposed to be a two-person job, but I only have me to count on at the end of the day every day, so we'll make it work. And of course, we're facing the wrong way for the grand reveal. But you guys can watch me unload it backwards, and I can turn it around later. I was gonna bring the old Cool Care machine out and do a comparison, but there's too much junk in the building right now to even get it out here, so we'll have to do that at a later date. We're just gonna go over the unboxing before we pack it away. So, again, there were instructions. That is fading fast. I have lost them. We'll figure this out on our own. I've broken my ramp. Make sure the fronts are unlocked. think we're good. Ta-da! So guys, now the new machine is unboxed. We've got trusty old Cool Care Plus here that has served me well for many, many years as a side-by-side comparison. Now, looking at the two, even on the screen here, it's amazing how little this has increased in size compared to this, being this is a single machine and this is a dual machine. It is larger, as you can tell, but in all honesty, it is not as big as you would think it would be combining two separate machines into one. So it's gonna take up a lot less space in the shop, a lot less space on the floor, and makes it a lot easier to move one machine around to do multiple cars rather than having two dedicated machines taking up double the amount of space. So now that we've got that worked out, I looked on the back of this. This is a 2009 model. It has been around the block and it has served me well. But as I said at the beginning, there's an internal leak on the tank. There is, it's gotten out of calibration. I'm not able to calibrate it even more with the calibration ball for whatever reason. And I've got a little bit of damage on one of the hoses. I don't remember where it's at, but I got too close to a compressor or an alternator pulley or something and rubbed a good sized spot into the hose, but it didn't go all the way through. Also, they're so dirty, I about can't tell the difference between the red and the blue, but I am red-green colorblind. So, differences on the back side. Now, there is a caddy here where apparently you can store your refrigerant canister in this machine like the old machine, but I heard that they recommend just transferring from your supplies internally to the internal tank and not having to caddy around in the back. But looks like there is a space for it. There's a strap there. So I would assume you could put the 30-pounder of 134, but maybe it's more suited for a 25-pounder or 10-pounder of 1234, which sticker shock for those of you that have not priced 1234YF yet or recently, but I just bought a 10-pound canister. Now these are sold in 30-pound canisters. They sell in 10 and 25s on the 1234, and it was almost $500 for 10 pounds. So I made a short about this on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that, talking about the different pricing between 134 and 1234. 134 has been insanely expensive over the last 4 to 5 years. I remember back in the early 20-teens, there was a time where I could get two 30-pound canisters for $100. Those times are long gone. I think last time I bought a 30-pounder, I think this one on the back here, was about 400 bucks. Now 400 bucks divided by 30 pounds isn't bad, but 500 bucks divided by 10 pounds is pretty bad. So expect higher repair bills on your 2021 and newer, and on some 2013 and newer, because I think 1234 is introduced in 13 model year, and it was federally mandated for 2021 model year and newer vehicles. So if you got a 2021 or newer, you've got it. If you have between a 2013 and a 21, you may have it depending on how quickly the manufacturer adopted the new refrigerant. Now again, comparing and contrasting the two machines, I do like that the hoses tuck down in this compartment here, easily accessible, easy to tell which side is which. The machine is definitely split into two. Whereas the older machine, you kind of had to get inventive like I did, and a lot of people did, and just wrap your hoses and your electrical cord around the back here. Now there's a notch for it. There's a notch in this one, but I don't think you'd want to reel it back there. Another thing on the old machine is that the filter, if I recall correctly, is behind this panel right here. You've got to take the screws out. You got to take stuff off to get the side panel off. But on the newer machine, your filters are saddlebag, where you can just get them right here on the side. Now, could they potentially be in harm's way by being out in the elements? Maybe, but is it an actual issue? Probably not. So we've got our external filters here. We have another filter here. I haven't looked through the manual yet. I'm going off of speculation more than anything, but I think that's the contaminant filter. And then this should most likely be the oil recovery bottle, which the old machine had over here. There was a fresh oil bottle here for injecting new oil into the system, and there was a waste oil bottle here for collecting any oil that was pulled during a recovery. Now, I don't know if this new machine injects oil or not. I would assume it does, but again, I haven't gotten into the catalog, or not the catalog, I haven't gotten into the owner's manual, haven't even started the machine, haven't even activated it. I got this handy dandy little spreadsheet here. So let's go ahead and pull that off and go through and get this thing activated, because it looks like there's quite a few steps involved. Now you see, Snap-on got smart with this because they know most franchisees and most end users are gonna skip reading this entire big booklet back here and probably will never open it up until there's an issue. Instead, they gave it this easy to follow comic strip with pictures, which we all like. So we've made sure the unit is intact with our all-seeing eye here. We need to unlock both sides. Apparently there's a handle, I think it's in there, but we should just be able to, yep, power of the thumb, unlock and unlock. So visually check the machine, unlock both sides. Oil level we need to check, which is, looks like it's on this side. Oil level looks good between min and max. Now we got to turn the unit on. We've got it plugged up to a drop cord here. Flip the switch. Hopefully it comes to life. It's making noise. It is lit up. Receive activation code. Activate unit and download user manual. Insert unlock code. Quick setup guide will appear. Where is our activation code? So apparently the machine gives us our activation code. We got to go online and do things. So, oh yeah, pull the plastic off. That's nice. So, enter. Oh, guess got to blur that out. Okay, so we activated, unlocked it. Had to blur out my numbers there. Don't know if that's sensitive information or not. I would assume so. So, quick setup. Go through really quickly. English, enter. Measured units. PSI, pounds, Fahrenheit, ounces. Activate plate number. No idea what that even is. Set date and time. Date is correct, time is not. Alrighty. Printer setup. We're gonna go ahead and hit yes, because I don't know what we're supposed to do there. Unlock tank. Vacuum settings. Seems good enough on the defaults. Check leak test. Let the machine test itself for leaks, apparently. Looks like it is still under vacuum on both sides, but we'll let it run for 2 minutes and come back. Sorry, this is kind of boring with all this setup stuff. Correction, 09 of 2014. I didn't think these came out in 2009, so it's a 2014 model. Again, she's no spring chicken. She's fixed lots of air conditioning systems, so we'll go ahead and pull the 134 tank off of here. After it finishes leak testing itself, I think we're going to put some refrigerant in there. Luckily, this tank is still full and did not leak because we were smart. Let's not break it. And we turned the valve off, and we kept the internal tank empty. We'd only fill it up before we needed to use it. Also, that looks pretty grungy in there. Need to change the vacuum pump oil before I list this old booger on Facebook Marketplace, because it's time for her to find a new home. Yeah, she's kind of rickety, but Still useful. Honestly, it could still be fixed. I looked online and I think there's it's just an O-ring or something that goes in where this thing leaks internally, the internal tank. I actually have it saved somewhere. I think I can get it from Granger. Might ride up to Charlotte and get it and fix the leak on this booger. So we'll go ahead and get the tank out of the way. Pretty sure this is a brand new full tank. I think we put it on right at the end of summer last year. So we got our 134 tank, and we got our tiny little 10-pounder of 1234. And we are 14 seconds away from our leak test finishing. And congratulations, ready to use. Awesome sauce, green light, red light. So let's go ahead and grab some of our accessories and move them over. Our Schrader valve tools, our thermometers. Can never have enough, right? You got to make sure that they're accurate because I never remember to calibrate them. Our little UV light. Hey, it's still charged. Nice. That was a cheapo from Amazon. Got some old caps, a razor blade, safety glasses, and a calibration ball. That'll stay with this machine. So I think we'll go in and put a little gas on either side and wrap it up there. I don't know if we have time, as it's getting dark on us, to run this through a vehicle. We don't have any customer cars waiting right now other than the little supercharged Subaru Sandbar. But I think that one's still on an R12 system, so not sure. We might hook up the C8 to it. We might hook up one of my Outbacks to it just to check the AC charge for the season. But we'll go through and put a little gas on each side and wrap it up. So we're on 134 side. We're gonna go through to maintenance. We're gonna go through tank filling. And let's put 5 pounds. We did not connect the tank yet. Don't freak out, hang on. Oh boy, order of operations. That hose is awfully short. Apparently you need to put it in there for filling. So I need my hands. Let me set that up. Okay, so yes, the tank will fit there. And conveniently, this pops off and held in place with magnets. So we can put our tank there and let it transfer 5 pounds in to the internal. And then we'll put some 134 in there. So we just missed it, but the tank went through, or the machine went through, a gas analysis showing that it was 100% R134A, made sure it wasn't R12 or any kind of contaminant. It approved that, and now as we see, we are transferring in our 5 pounds of refrigerant to the internal holding tank. All right, guys, we're losing light fast. We got our 134 filled. Let's go to the 1234 side. Let it go through and check. And we'll hook up our little itty bitty bottle here and put some YF in it. Okay, it's good and well dark now. We had a 5-minute timeout for the changeover from 134 to YF. Go to maintenance here. Go to tank filling. Already got it hooked up. Let's go ahead and put, I think the minimum is 6 pounds. We got a 10-pound tank. Might as well put all 10 in it. So we'll go ahead and do that. Probably gonna be here a while, but we'll let that cycle through, draw that 10-pound canister internally, and we'll be back when the sun comes up to demo the machine on an actual car. All right, guys, we're back. It is now daylight again. So what we're gonna do now is take the old 2011 Outback Limited here, and we're gonna do a quick AC service on it. We're just gonna recover it, vacuum it, and recharge it, just making sure that we are properly topped up and ready to go for the heat this summer. Haven't had any notable issues with the AC system, but just want to check and make sure. So as the machine boots up here, we'll go ahead and hit our 134 because this is a 134 system. We've got our refrigerant transferred over. Since we did switch from 1234 last night, filling the tank, to 134, there is a time of 6 minutes and 30 seconds to switch over. So as that's going, we'll go ahead and take our service caps off. And I did hear a little bit of a spritz right there, a little bit of pressure, so we might have a slow leaking Schrader valve on the low side there. Can't remember the last time I serviced this system, but looks good there. But we'll let it go for the switchover, grab our connectors, hook them up, and go through a cycle. All right, changeover has completed. We'll go ahead and grab our hoses out. Get them hooked up. Turn them in. And get started on our service. Charge amount is, let's go in the database, try that out. We got a 2011 Subaru Outback. Let's see, R134, 1 pound. Check it against the label. 15.8 ounces, might as well be 1 pound, 16 ounces. So we're gonna go with that. Hit enter to continue. So we're gonna vacuum, recover, vacuum for 25 minutes, leak test, put 1 pound in it, high and low side fill, and enter. Enter. Everything's hooked up. Got our static pressures displayed there. And we're off to the races. So I'll bring you back when we're all done and we got a green light displayed up here, as it should be on automatic mode. I'll bring you back for any kind of pop-ups or anything interesting that might occur during this automatic. But as far as I know, should recover, vacuum for 25 minutes, leak test, and then shoot a charge back in and tell us to go ahead and start it back up and complete the refill process. So as before, when we filled the tanks internally, it's doing a gas analysis to make sure we are pulling 134 through the 134 side, and should have that result quickly. After that's done, it should go through the automated process. So looks like we've got a little bit of an overcharge, or the machine needs to be calibrated. We pulled 1.16 pounds out apparently, which is far higher than the specification. But we last charged it with the old Cool Care machine that was not in calibration, so it might have been slightly overcharged from the old machine. So that worked out to 18.5 ounces, which the specification on the high end is 15.8, so definitely overcharged, if this is all accurate. And we started our 25-minute vacuum time, and we'll come back when we're ready to recharge the system and check those vent tips. So our 25 minutes of vacuum is over. Looks like I took too long in going and editing on this video, because it has already put a charge back in on both the low and high side. Disconnect high side coupler, start AC system with low side coupler connected, press enter. So we're gonna equalize the hoses now. We've done this many times on the old machine. Sorry we missed the changeover there, guys, but this thing truly is automatic, hands off. As you see, went in to edit our video on this and came back out ready to go. Just have to start the car up and turn our AC on. We'll go ahead and put our temp gauge in, start the car up. AC on full blast, recirculate. And we'll go hit our button. And we're good. Disconnect. Hit OK. And the machine will finish emptying out the hoses. And we can go inside and check our vent temps, make sure it's nice and cool. And it's about 75 degrees. Got a vent temp of 50 at idle. Should be pulling on down as we let it recirculate. And we're starting to pull on down to 40 right now. And giving her a little bit of RPM, we're pulling down to about 42 degrees. Nice and cool in here. So everything went well. We did our leak test automatically, recharged automatically into procedure. We recovered 1.16. It was probably overcharged due to the old machine being out of calibration. Vacuum for 25 minutes. All that's good. Hit enter. This is really, really convenient now that it can give a printout. The old machine did not have this, so now when I do a customer vehicle, I have a printout that I can give them. We're all done here, and I've got something to show that, you know, how much we pulled out, how much we put in, and can show them why they're being charged for X amount of refrigerant or not. And we let the car sit a little while, and we are at 40 degrees, pulling down into the 30 degree range. Nice and cool in here. Looking like 38, 39, pull on down. Doing really, really well for 230,000 miles in the original compressor. So guys, that'll do it for the video on the introduction of the new Snap-on Polartek dual AC machine. This is one of many videos you'll be seeing over the summer in AC work. Now that we can finally work on 1234YF systems, as I said, I've got several customers with Subarus that have the newer 1234YF system on it. We're gonna be using it plenty on 134 systems, but it's nice now to have the capability to do both, especially in one compact machine, and you know, do it so accurately, having the printouts and just so much that is better than the old machine that we used for many, many years. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future Subaru and tool videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.